What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Rammstein. Yes, indeed, Rammstein Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity-bot, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Ilda Ramirez, and Ilda wanted to see me react to this song by Rammstein called Herzeleid. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold it, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. We had a little bit of a problem with this. UMGMK basically went through YouTube and nuked like a whole bunch of YouTubers who were posting videos of Rammstein, whether it be official videos, bootlegs, reaction videos, whatever the case may be. UMGMK went on a rampage. And one of the most notable channels that they nuked, and they went after this poor guy with a vengeance. He's gone. He's done. He's never going to be on YouTube ever again, apparently. They went after Buxtabu, and they absolutely destroyed his entire channel. Well, unfortunately, that is the video that Ilda Ramirez requested was off of Buxtabu's channel, so I can't use that video for obvious reasons. So I had to go through and I had to find a video on my own, and I really hope I picked a good one here. So this video is not the one, to be clear. This is not the video that Ilda requested. That video is no longer available. That whole channel is no longer available. Thanks a lot. UMGMK, man, you guys were absolute champions. Thank you so much. Anyway, I found this video on a search. It was what was the top recommendation, so that's the one I grabbed. So hopefully everything's going to be okay here. This video was posted by Archiev. Yeah, Archiev, not Archive, Archiev. And the video has 15,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. 4K HDR. All right. Rammstein Herzeleid, live aus Berlin 2020. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
mean, there's that modulation there. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a terrible song. It's just tritones. That's all. It's just that devil's tritone. It's just 1 to the flat 5, 1 to the flat 5, 1 to the flat 5. Now we modulated. Yes, we did modulate, but even that's still we got up to the new root. And it's still 1 flat 5, 1 flat 5. We go down a half step, 1 flat 5, 1 flat 5. We go back up a half step, 1 flat 5, 1 flat 5. It is just following the exact same pattern. Yes, we're modulating. Yes, we're changing our root note, but the pattern doesn't change. It's just like 1 to flat 5, 1 to flat 5, 1 to flat 5. I don't know. I'm sure there are people who love that. I'm sure there are. And to be perfectly honest, there is something to be said about the effectiveness of the simplicity. It is a nice groove. It does have a nice feel to it. The song as a whole has a nice feel to it and has a nice groove. But as far as notation and chordal progression, it's getting, I mean, we're 2 minutes in and I'm already, I hate to say this, when it comes to the chordal progression, I'm already kind of getting bored. I'm like, what else are we going to do? Are we really going to do 1 flat 5 the entire song? Yeah. I don't know about that. It feels good. The groove is nice. The energy and the drive are there, yes. But, and like I said, for a lot of people, that's enough. That's all they need. And there's nothing wrong with that. Me personally, though, I'm looking for a little bit more. I've heard, just by Rammstein's own standards, I've heard other songs by Rammstein that are far more intricate, far more interesting than this. I hate to say it, I'm kind of getting bored. So hopefully something happens, either from an audio standpoint or maybe from a visual standpoint. Hopefully something happens that will, get me reinvested, because right now I'm starting to fade, and it's never a good thing. Flat 5, flat 5, flat 5. Yeah, that changed the things a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this one. Like if I were to go see them perform live again, and this was in the set list, and they started to play it, I could honestly take it or leave it. It wouldn't make any impact on me whatsoever. I'd be like, okay, well, they're playing this song. I don't hate it, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to see what they play next. You know, let's get through this already. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I'm just not feeling it. Anyway, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Rammstein with a tune called Herzeleid. This was a request from Ilda Ramirez. Okay. Let's just get to the score. Let's just get to the score. Rip off the Band-Aid, and yeah, we'll go from there, I guess. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation a 5.6. Yep, 5.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 5.6. What does that mean? Well, a 5.6 would translate to an okay scale rating. Okay, so everybody take a deep breath. We're not in the negatives, all right? It's okay. Anything over a 5.0, you're in the positives, all right? So it may not be the highest score I've ever given Rammstein, but it's still in the positives, okay? So 5.6 would translate to an okay scale rating. It would also come out to 3 out of 5 stars and a C+ letter grade. Yeah, C+, above average, okay? So there you go, a 5.6 okay scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay, listen, I'm not going to mince words here, okay? By Rammstein's own standards, this is probably some of the weakest songwriting I've heard from Rammstein, okay? It's very simple, very repetitive, and they tried to disguise the repetitiveness with modulation. Here's the thing, guys. It's it's still root to flat 5. That's all it is through pretty much the entire song, except for those last 30 seconds. But other than that, it's root flat 5, root flat 5, root flat 5, root flat 5. We modulate up a minor third. Okay, so we do modulate, and that's nice, but it's still root on the new root, which is the minor third, root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5. Oh, we modulated down a half step. Okay, another modulation. And yes, it is another modulation, but guess what the riff is? Root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5. We go back up a half step. Root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5. We go back down another half step. Root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5. We go back down to the original root note. Root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5, root, flat 5. Not very creative, guys. I'm sorry. I've heard much better songwriting from Rammstein than this. This was, I hate to say it, this was romper roomish. This was absolutely romper roomish. It has a nice feel. It has a nice groove. It has a nice energy behind it. The drumming pattern that the drummer came up with was really nice, and it felt good in a live setting. I agree that the song in a live setting is okay. I'm glad I heard this song in a live setting. It makes way more sense. If I were to hear this on an album, I would seriously be left scratching my head. But because it was in a live setting, that helped the musical part. It makes sense to play this song in a live setting because it is so simple. The groove is so easy to follow. I mean, it's not a hard song by any stretch. So in a live setting, it should do pretty well. Okay, I would give the song, since we did in a live setting, I would give it honestly above a 5. I would put it about like a 6.1, maybe 6.2 on a good day, but I'm really leaning more toward that 6.1. But I'm giving this a 5.6. How did that happen? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know what I'm going to say. So say it with me, kids.
Sing it out one time.
A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. And I hate to say it, but in this case, the live show hurt the score. Let's go down the checklist. And I think you already know where this is going. Stage presence. Yeah, check. I'll give them that. They look like performers. They definitely look the part. I don't know about acting the part, but they definitely look the part. So I'll absolutely give them that. Stage energy. No. Zilch. None. Nada. Just big fat goose egg. Stage interaction. No. Zilch. Nada. Just another big fat goose egg. Crowd interaction. No. Zilch. None. Nada. Another big fat goose egg. Showmanship. No, I don't think so. No. Zilch. Nada. Another big fat goose egg. Production. This is the one that really hurts. Rammstein is a band that I would absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, classify as a production-based band. They rely on their production to put on their stage show. Their visuals of their stage show. That is all done through production. I've had dozens of people in the comments tell me this. Maybe hundreds have told me this in the comments, that they rely on their production. I'm wasting my time hoping that they'll have stage energy. I'm wasting my time hoping they'll have stage interaction. I've seen it a few times from them, but not with any type of consistency. And I've been told in the comments, this is a production-based band. This is a type of band that needs their production. They need their pyro. They need their cryo. They need all the stuff that they do during their live show, their antics and stuff that they do during the live show to provide the visual spectacle. We didn't have any of this, unfortunately. This is a band that I would classify as a production-based band. As I've always said, production is bonus points unless you are a production-based band, at which point your production better be on point. This was not on point. I've seen way better from them than this. The only thing I could really classify as production would be their costumes and their makeup job. Now that is production, absolutely. That's why this is not down in the 4s. If those costumes, that makeup work had not been done, we would be down in the 4s, maybe the 3s, okay? So their costumes and their makeup quite literally saved them from going into the negative scores. So, I mean, like I said, take whatever wins you can get. That's definitely it. Pretty weak song, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's kind of fun, sort of, but it's very repetitive. This song needs to be done in a live setting, without question. And hopefully in the future, if they ever do play this song live again, hopefully with a lot more attention to their live production than what we saw here, because it got them by, but that's all it did was get them by the skin of their teeth. So anyway, 5.6. I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 5.6, which is an okay skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.